This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to vividtrainings.com. So, in the previous session, we have discussed some of the tasks in SQL, in SSIS, right? So, we have discussed clearly about the bulk inserted task. So, we have done, see this one, bulk inserted task. So, we have loaded the data. So, when you go to the connection, so we have took the source file, right? That is employee file. So, the path is somewhere, right? So here, let's go to here, MSBI SSIS. So this is the employee file. So this file I have loaded into the SQL server, right? So let me go database engine. Let me open databases. Stage company. I have created one database. In this database, I have created one table, right? So select star from EMP, right? When I execute, I am going to be getting the data, right? So for example, if I run again, okay, if I run again, so what is going to happen? It will run. It has loaded the data. So it will show how much time it took to load the data, right? 3 seconds, 156 milliseconds. So stop debugging this and go back to your SQL server and run this table again. So if you see, there is a data. Again, the data is loaded, right? Again, the data is loaded from here. See, 12 rows and again next to 12 rows. So again, when you go back and when you run this package, again the data is going to be loaded in the same table. The same data is going to be loaded in the same tables. Now see, now execute it. Now you can see 36 rows. See, 36 rows. Again, one more time it has loaded the data. Okay, so this is happening. So I don't want to load the repeated data. So duplicate data. This is wrong, right? Okay, this is wrong. If so, for example, you have shared this package to your manager, what he will do? He will run and he will test the data whether the data is loading into this particular table or not. So you have run the package and your manager is also running the package. So if you see the data in the table, the data is double, right? You have duplicate data. So I don't want to load duplicate data. So what I can do, I will delete the data from this particular table first, and whatever the data we have in the in the notepad file, that is going to be loaded. So how to delete the data from the table first? So we have delete, right? Delete from emp table, correct? When you delete the data, when you read the data, there is no data. Now go and run the package. Now the data is going to load. Data is loaded. Now see, the data is loaded. So again you need to delete the data, okay, and again you need to load the data. So this is going to be repeating several times, right? So what you are going to say, sir, manager sir, you need to, what you need to do means, before loading the data you need to delete. Before loading the data you need to delete this data and again you can load. So he is going to be doing like this. So no, it is not a correct way. What you need to do, you need to copy this. We know that by using SSIS we can delete the data in the table by using execute SQL task, correct? Right? So double click on this and go to connection. So give the connection. The connection is which database? Stage database, right? Already I have took the connection. So select the same connection and the SQL statement you can paste here. Now click on OK. So everything is fine. Now click on OK. Now connect to this. What will happen here? So first the data is going to be deleted. Later the data is going to be loaded. Now save this. Already we have the data here. Already we have the data here. When you run the package, when you run the package, It has deleted the data and it is loading the data. Now see, now read the data only one time. If you want once again, you can start once again. You start running the package. First, it has deleted the data from the table and it has loaded the data. Now go and read the data. Only one time data. There is no duplicate data. Okay, there is no duplicate data. So you can see there are null data. So if you want to clean this kind of data by using a bulk insert task, we cannot clean the data. That we know already, right? So bulk insert task is not going to clean the data. So that those are the disadvantages we are going to be having. Cannot validate, clean, or transform data with this task. Cannot get error rows separately. Clear? So this is what you need to understand. Okay. So this is what about the bulk inserters. And one more thing. So one more thing here. Stop running the package. So in the real time, how the packages are going to be created means, so these are these kind, it's the same thing they will do, but they will write some kind of a message over here. So on this particular designer, right click on this empty surface. So add annotation, click on add annotation. So you can write author. Okay, who is the author? So requirement. So what is the requirement? So loading the data from employee. Okay, employee flat file or source file, something else. Okay. So database, what is the database? So stage underscore company is the database. In that we are going to be loading. So what is the date of when you are loading the data? So when the package is created, like that, some kind of thing. So May 08 2023. Okay. So this kind of information you can give, you can save, you can get this somewhere. Okay, save this and start running the package. So it is going to be giving the okay thing like this clearly. So if you want to change the font or something else, you can change the font or something auto. Okay, set text of annotation font, click on this. If you want in a bold color, you can get in bold color, new. Okay, if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size, click on okay. So this is how you are going to be getting. Or else the font, complete font, if you want to change bold, italic, okay, something else, this is how you can mention. See, there are so many things. Okay, so now save this and run the package. Now you can see, okay, this is how beautifully you can run the package, right? Right, this is what we can do. Okay, in the package you can do decorations. So so simple, guys. If you want to load the data into a table, remember very important point. If you are running the package multiple times means the data is going to be loading into the table multiple times. Why? Because the table is not having any kind of primary keys. Okay, some blah 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 check constraints or any kind of constraints. We don't involve any kind of constraints. So that is why the data is going to be loading again and again in the table, same table. So if you run the package multiple times, so that cause a very big issue, right? So we are going to be having so many of a duplicate records. So to overcome that, so we need to delete the data before loading the table, right? We need to delete the data, correct? So to delete the data by using SSIS, we know we have one of the task called execute sequal task. It is used to perform the DDL and DML operations, right? So delete you can do, it is a DML operation. So you can use execute SQL task before loading the data. So this is loading the data, right? So before loading this data, whatever the data you have in this particular table, whatever the table you have took, so the destination table, employee table, delete that data into this employee table first. Later you can load, so that how many times if you run the data, if you run this package, sorry, if you run this package, those many times the data is going to delete and the data is going to load, delete and load. If you keep this execute SQL task below, then it is going to be loading. Let me show you that. That is the wrong way. See, delete it, get it down. So now see, I have connected like this. Save and start running the package. It is loading the data first, later it has deleted the data. Now when you go and read the data, there is no data. How many times if you run this package, the data is not going to be displaying when you read the data. Why? Because first it is loading the data, later you are deleting the data. So that is the wrong way, right? The reverse way you are doing, that is not the correct way. So that is why the first execute SQL task should be available over there, right? Execute SQL task. First delete the data from this. Now right click here, rename it. Okay, execute SQL task, deleting the data, deleting the data from stage underscore company db employee table. So this is how some kind of rename execute SQL task, deleting the data from stage. Okay, from directly you can say from employee table. Okay, in destination you can say destination, some kind of information clearly. Okay, now save and start running the package. Now deleted the data and loading the data again. Now go and read the data, you can see the data clear. So this is what you need to understand, guys. Okay, so this is what you need to understand, right? So we have seen the bulk insert task. So data profiling a task. So data profiling a task is nothing but for sampling a purpose we are going to be doing. Okay, so I will let you know regarding this while understanding the data flow task. Okay, so the next one is execute package task. We know that execute package task, it is used to call the other packages, right? It is used to call the other packages. So mm, okay, okay, it is used to call the other packages. So can create parent and child packages. Packages are executed parallelly, so that means let me create a new package. So the package name, let me rename it 04 demo execute package task. Okay, execute, let me write execute package task. Okay, save this. Okay, save this. Now close all but this. That means whatever the packages you have opened, it will close apart from this package. That is what. Okay, so now execute package task. Let me drag it and drop it. uh, oh my god, what happened to this? Yeah, the package got deleted. Shit. close on but this package has gone. Shit. 03 demo 03 demo bulk insert task. What happened there? 03 demo bulk insert task. What is happening here? Error HR fail has returned from a call to com component. Why? What happened? Demo BAT task. One second, guys. Close all but this. When I rename it to 03 demo bulk insert task. Okay, save this. Let me do once again bulk insert task. Double click on this connection. Go to file where the source file is available. First take that one. So this is the one. Click on OK. The next one connection. So new connection. Stage company. Yes, the same connection. The table, we have the table called employee table. Go to options. Batch size, you can give around 5000 rows. I can start. Last row is equal to 0 means all rows it will load. First row is equal to, let me give 2. Okay, now expressions, everything is okay. So comma related, okay, comma, so you can put comma delimiter. So now click on OK. Now this is done. So you can write this is the source underscore employee file. Okay, so this is the one destination. Okay, emp table. Okay, so destination, let me take uh what destination, stage, right? Stage underscore company. Okay, this is a connection. Now this is a connection. Now save this. Okay, now before this I will delete the data from the table. Double click on this, go to the connection type, the same connection. Here I am going to be writing this delete command. Okay, now click on OK. Save this. Now right click, rename this bulk insert a task. Loading the data, source data from emp flat file. Okay, here execute SQL task. Okay, deleting the data from destination table emp, something like this. Okay, save this and start running the package. So the data is deleted from the table first, later it has loaded the data into the table. Now go and read the data, you can see only one time. Okay, so this is how we have developed it before, right? So now saved. Okay, so let me go to the package number 4. Okay, close all but this, save. Now execute package task. So execute package task, we know. So we are going to be creating some kind, it is like it is used to call the other packages. So we are going to be creating some packages. So if you want to call these packages by using this package, we can do. So how, because how means So you drag it and drop it, execute package task, double click on this, go to package. So here uh, package name from project reference. If you see here, when you drop down it, so you can see which package you want to run. So first let me take 01. Okay, so now click on OK. This is first demo. Right click on this. So sorry, right click on this, rename it. So execute package task. Okay, executing. Okay, 01 demo execute SQL task package. Okay, so this is the one. So one more execute package task, you can drag it and drop it. So now double click on this. Now again the same thing, you can select the package number 2. Now click on OK. So you can rename it. So execute package task, executing. Okay, executing 02 demo uh, analysis process service process task, processing a task package, right? So this is the one more, drag it and drop it, double click on this package. Now you can select the third demo. Now okay, right click on this, rename it, execute package task. Okay, executing. Okay, executing 03 demo 03 demo. Okay, bulk insert task package. Okay, so this is the one I have created. So you can run this package parallelly, you can run this package sequentially. That means first after completing this I want to execute this. First after second after completing this I want to execute this. Once it is done I will execute the another one. So like that you can do like that. Okay, you can do like that, or else you can execute this parallelly. This is sequentially, right? Sequential connection. If you want to execute parallelly, so that means we know how many tasks are going to execute parallelly. We know that depends upon the. Okay, right click on this empty surface, go to properties. So you can see there is a max concurrent executables property. So max concurrent execute property is equal to -1. So that means my processor is i5. So i5 5 minus 1 4. That means 4 tasks are going to execute parallelly. Okay, so when I execute directly this one, so it will execute the first one, second one, third one parallelly. So these packages are going to open here. So now let me start executing the package. So see, all the 3 packages have been opened. So demo 1 executed successfully. Okay, demo 2 executed successfully. Demo 3 executed successfully. Demo 4, if you see, all of the packages have been executed successfully. That is what the message it will show. Okay, if you go to progress, you can see task. Okay, execute process task, I mean execute process, yes, executing the first demo package. So what it has started the validation, and it validation is completed, execution is started and finished in this 250 milliseconds. And the second execute package task is also started. So like that it has took to, okay, complete this. And the third one also it took like this. So complete time it took, so 3 minutes, sorry, 3 seconds, 375 milliseconds to execute the this particular package. Clear? So this is how you need to understand how the execution is going to happen over here. Okay, that is the thing. Close all but this. Clear everyone? So this is very simple execute packaging task, package task. And we have execute processor task, very beautiful concept. This is right click. Okay, new SSIS package. Let me rename it 05 demo execute process task. Okay, execute the process task. Save this, save the complete thing. Okay, right click, close all but this. So let me work with execute process task. So what is execute process task? We know that it is used to run the third party executable files. So I told you, if you are having any kind of zipping thing, if I want to zip the files, if I want to unzip the files, we are going to be using this execute package task, sorry, process task, right? Execute process task we are going to be doing. Okay, so to work with this execute process task, you need to install the zipping software to zip the files. Okay, you need to install the zipping software to zip the files and to unzip the files. Okay, already I am having one of the, okay, a zipping file in my, okay, program files. If I go down, I am having WinRAR application. So where it is, yeah, WinRAR application I am having. By using this application, I am going to zip the files and I am going to unzip the files. For example, so this is the path. So let me copy this path, copy. Let me open the notepad file. So this is the path. Okay, so you can write like this, backslash again. Okay, backslash again. So winrar, the same thing, winrar dot exe, winrar.exe. That means why? So we are in this particular folder, winrar folder. In this folder we are having so many files. These are the files. Okay, from this file I am going to be choosing winrar. So that is why I have given winrar.exe. This is a executable file. Exe is nothing but executable file. By using this executable file only, we are going to be, okay, installing this software and installing or doing zipping or unzipping. Okay, so this is the path, okay, I have chosen. So if I go, sorry, if I go, let me show you some um, softwares, uh, not this one. Let me archive. I will remove this one. Mm, Samples, yeah, ppts. So what I will do, I will completely, or else let me, these three files I am going to be zipping. Okay, these are having the folder, right? I will right click on this. I will do winrar. I will do add to ppts dot rar, right? When I click like this, so I am going to be getting one of the folder. The one of the folder is going to be created. Already there is a folder. Okay, so I am going to be doing again right click, winrar ppts.rar. See, this is the, this is the, cannot open. Okay, okay, because already it is working, right? Yeah, these two I will do, the above two I will do. Why? Because already I have opened the SSIS part of ppt, so that is why it is not opening. So let me right click, add to ppts, blah blah blah. So ppts, okay, this is the zipped file, right? Zipped file, this is, right? This is a zipped file. So double click on this, you can see there are two folders, right? These are the two folders you are having. So you can unzip this. I have zipped this, you need to unzip this. So what I will do means, I will, okay, what I will do, so let me take the project at least. Yeah, So whatever the projects, okay, the folder, the whatever the folder projects is having the data, I am going to be loading that data. Okay, I will zip all these files, I will zip all these files, and I will load this zipped folder into one of the, okay, one of the folder, let me say archive folder. In this folder I am going to be loading these files. Okay, the requirement is I am having so many files, I am having so many files, these files I want to zip it. Okay, I want to zip it, and I want to load these zipped files, zipped folder into this archive folder or some other folder, any folder. Okay, you can rename that folder name your wish, as your wish. Okay, that is what my requirement. And one more requirement is I want to, okay, I want to, okay, whatever the files you are having in this, I want to load those files into like, let me write unzip, let me write unzip. So I want to, what I want to do is archive, go to archive, copy, I want to unzip this folder, I want to unzip this folder, extract to, I want to unzip this folder like this. I want to unzip and I want to get whatever the files in this. So these are the two requirements I'm having. So I'm going to be doing this two requirements. So what I will do means whatever the files we are having in the projects folder, I will zip all these files and I will keep that zipped folder in this particular folder. And after zipping the file, for example, so from first you will get from will come from starting. What is that means, you have connected to one of the server, that is I told you by using FTP server we will connect to that server, and we will download the files into our local machine, that whatever the client has uploaded, right? I told you. So let me show you where it is. uh, yeah, FTP. So see, I told you already. Okay, so I will connect to this FTP server and I will download the files into my local machine, right? I will download the files into local machine. So FTP server, so I have, the client is going to upload the files, I will download the files. For example, let's think that I have downloaded the files into this folder, projects folder. These are the files I have downloaded today morning. Okay, so what I want to do, so there are some kind of, for example, let's think the client has given, okay, or the client has uploaded the zipped file, the zipped folder, let's say zipped folder, the client is uploaded. So in this FTP server, you connected to this FTP server, you have downloaded today's file or today's folder, whatever the folder they have created. So that folder is a zipped folder. So I want to unzip this folder. So how to unzip? Right click, click on this, okay, extract to projects, you need to click on this so that it will unzip whatever the files it is having. So that is what we are going to be doing, right? So that we can do by using execute process task. And one more thing we can do is, so after loading the data, okay, for example, you got the, okay, you got this what uh, what we can say, so what whatever the thing you have loaded, so these are the files. For example, so you have downloaded the zipped folder by using SSIS. What, by using execute process task, what you have done means you have um, unzipped the folder, right? You have unzipped the folder. That folder data you are going to be what you are going to be doing, there are so many files, there are 50 files, 50 flat files. So those 50 flat files you want to load into the data warehousing. So by using a data flow task, you have loaded the data into the data warehousing. That means some data, not some data, 50 files of data is loaded into the SQL server in one table. And and not only the SQL server, the data is loaded in the Excel files also. For example, let's think the data is loaded Excel files also. Whatever the source we got, whatever the flat files we got, 50 flat files that we have stored in the SQL server table, and the same data is stored in another destination called Excel destination. In Excel also I have loaded those Excel files. I need to upload into this FTP server, so that what I need to do, I need to zip the 50 Excel files. Okay, so these are the 50 Excel files I am having in this folder. I want to zip it and I want to store in a new folder. This is the zipped folder again from. Okay, now what I will do, this is zipped folder I will load into the FTP server. I mean, I will upload into the FTP server. Okay, so that is the real time task or real time things we are going to be doing. So first we'll understand how to zip. Okay, how to zip the folder, sorry, the files, how to zip the files, and that zipped folder how we can load into this particular what particular thing, folder. Okay, so one second guys. Okay, so for example, let me take paint. See, this is the source. That means let's say copy. Okay, the path, you can copy the path. So what you will do, you can give, this is a path. Okay, this is the source. Okay, this is the source. So by using SSIS, by using SSIS, I am going to be zipping the whatever the files you have in this particular folder, projects folder. And these zipping files, zipped folder, whatever the zipped folder you will get, that zipped folder I am going to be loading into. Okay, I am going to be loading into another folder. This is the folder. In this folder, this is the destination, you can say. Okay, so in this archive folder, I am going to be creating one more folder, right? So like this, let me create it. So like this, I have zipped and I am going to be loading. So the folder name is projects, right? So I am going to be creating a project name, sorry, a folder name, the subfolder, you can say this is the subfolder, right? Subfolder. Okay, subfolder name I am going to be giving as a projects. Okay, something else, whatever you want to give you can give, but my I am giving, this is the thing. So this is the destination. Okay, This is the destination. To zip this, to zip the files available in the folder, what are the things we need to know means, so see, double click on this execute processor task. Okay, go to process. In this process we are having three very important things, that is executable, arguments, working directory. So executable is nothing but I told you executable dot exe is the nothing but executable, so the application, right? So this is nothing but an executable. Okay, this is nothing but the executable, this path you need to give. And the other one, what is the other one? Arguments. So what is mean by arguments? Arguments is nothing but you, okay, arguments is nothing but destination. Working directory is nothing but the source. So let me give working directory. Okay, means source. Okay, so you can give source is equals to, you can give the path, what path you are going to be giving, what path you are going to be giving. I am going to be giving the path. Let me go delete this first. Okay, let me go projects. This is the path I am going to be copy and put here, projects. Okay, projects. And so working directory is nothing but a source, and we have arguments is nothing but destination. Okay, arguments means destination. Okay, now the destination path is, what is the path where you want to load? So in archive folder. Okay, in archive folder. In this archive folder, again I am going to be creating with the name of projects underscore, you can give some date, May 5th 2023, something else. Okay, this is the folder name, right? This is the folder name. Okay, this is the folder name, remember this. So if you want to, if you wanted to zip, okay, we need to give a for archiving the data, right? Archiving is nothing but zipping. E is nothing but to extract. After what we can say, after zipping we need to unzip, right? So unzipping is nothing but, okay, extracting. Unzipping is nothing but extracting. So what you need to do means, so in arguments, that is in destination, we need to give archive as a. So like this here, a space. So this is the complete thing you need to provide. That means in destination you need to zip it, take the files from this source and zip. By using a only you are going to zipping the files. Okay, zip the files and store that into this particular folder with this particular folder name. That is what you need to give. So now let me go to this. Now let me give the executables as c blah blah blah, paste here. Working directory is nothing but a destined source, so give this particular path. Now arguments is nothing but like a destination, copy this and give this path. Now click on OK. That's it, nothing much. Save this. Now go to that particular folder, archive folder. It is not having any data. Now let me go and start running the package. It is done. Let me go back. Now double click on archive folder. Now see, there is a zipped folder name called projects underscore May 5th 2023. This zipped folder is having these many files, right? Whatever the files you are having in this particular projects folder, those files and folders have been zipped and it has stored in this archive folder. That is what the zipping. Clear everyone? Anybody having any questions here? Very simple thing. If you know what is argument, if you know what is what working directory, okay, what is the path you need to take, if you know this, it is very very simple to do the zipping and unzipping. Clear, right? Okay, very simple thing, right? This is, let me rename this, execute process task, zip, zipping the files. Okay, so you can drag it and drop it and you can do unzip. Execute process task, unzipping the files. Okay, unzipping. So double click on this. What is unzipping? So I told you where it is. Okay, so to unzip, we need to give e to extract, but this is completely for a zip. Okay, but unzip is somewhat reverse. Okay, unzipping is somewhat reverse. What is this reverse means? Executable is the same. Executable is the same. Okay, so you can working directory, let me copy, let me put here, let me say source. This is for your clarity, for your understanding. Arguments is nothing but the destination. Okay, okay, so here somewhat different. So the source is going to be, working directory is going to be acting as a, okay, in reverse way. This will become the source. Okay, this will become the source. Why? Because we know that we have the folder called archive. In this folder we have a zipped folder. I want to unzip this folder, right? So what is the source here? This is the source. So what I will do, I will take this one and I will put in the source. Okay, so this is what the working directory. Clear? Clear? Working directory. Working directory means source. Arguments is destination. So what arguments is going to be getting now? So working directory is source. Now arguments, you are going to be getting the folder. So in which folder you want to load? I want to unzip into this particular folder. I'm going to be giving like this. Destination. This is the destination folder. This is the, okay, source. So now you need to do unzip. So from where you need to do unzip? From this particular source folder only you need to do unzip, right? So you have zipped folder, I want to unzip, and those unzip files I want to load into this folder, right? So what I will do, so what you need to do, unzip means you need to extract, you need to give e. So where you need to give, in destination you need to give, or in source? In source we need to give e. Why? Because there is a folder, zipped folder in, okay, in this source file, sorry, source path, right? So this is the source path. Now give E. Okay, give E. This is the source. Okay, now what you need to do, you copy this executable, go here, give the executable arguments. So this is the destination. So give this arguments destination, working directory, you give path, complete path. Now paste here. Now click on OK. Why the red color mark is not gone? Does not exist, huh? What? It does not exist, it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, the path, right? So what you need to do, let me remove this, click on OK. Does not exist. Why? So, argument. So we need to provide like this or what? Uh, you need to extract this, right? Or else let me try to give here. Unzip this into this folder now. Okay, okay. And I have given the reverse. The same thing, guys. Yeah, I got confused. The same thing. The source, if you see the source, so this is what the source is having, right? So the source is having uh, yeah, I'm sorry. So not the path is going to change. Okay, the path is not going to change, these are going to change. So the arguments will become an, okay, source. The arguments will become an source, and the working directory is going to become a destination. So that is what small change. Sorry. Okay, so arguments is going to change. So the argument is the source in this particular folder you have, and the working directory, this is the destination. These are going to change, not the path is going to change. I'm sorry. Okay, so now the same thing, executable and the source I have given this. Now go to source, and source, if you see the arguments, you can see this is what I have given. So working directory, the destination, I have given the destination path. Now click on OK. Now save this. Now go to that particular path, unzip. There are no folders. Now start running the package. Now see, this unzipped folder is having these many files, right? I'm having an unzip folder this many. Sir, you have executed this, you have executed this one and this one. So zipping is done and unzipping is also done. So once you have done the zipping, already you have done the zipping, again you are having the same folder. So you need to get two folders, right? You need to get two folders. So why we are not getting a two folders? Why we are not getting a two folders? Why? Because, okay, so we need to we have given process, uh, somewhere we have given fail task return code. See, full file name, not this one, where we have given this properties, fail parent task. So defaultly it is going to be taking working directory, terminate process after full file name, where full file name, executables, description, Put not that one. We are going to be giving some kind of like one property we need. The default property is having like when you zip the folder, the same folder name, if you are zipping into the same folder, then it will override here. Okay, now let me rerun this package. The process cannot access the file because it is being used by another process. No archive spawn. Okay, so see, the project, the date modified was 7:40. Now the time is 7:40, right? After 1 minute, if you try, it will go to 7:41. So that means it will override the zipped folder. So what happened to this unzip? So already the files are available. So you need to give the message, send the message. Somewhere it is require full name is true, not success value, terminate process after timeout, success value, window style normal. So where it is available then? Somewhere it is available, I think. Okay, or else if you want to do unzipping, so you can disable this and you can do unzip, or else if you want to disable this and if you want to zip, you can do zipping only. Okay, that is what you can do. You can do zipping and unzipping. So you can create in a separate package also. For zipping and for unzipping, one more package you can create. Okay, so this is some kind of okay, zipping and unzipping we are going to be doing by using executables and executable files. So you need to have vendor application, that is a mandatory to do all these things. Clear? So this is what you need to understand. So the remaining other task we'll see. Okay, yeah, so expression task, file system task, ftp task we'll do only tomorrow. We'll complete this okay, why? Because these three we are not going to be working. These are very small things, we can complete it tomorrow. Okay, this task, the control flow task, we are going to be completing tomorrow. From day after tomorrow we are going to be understanding the data flow task. At the end we are going to be understanding these containers. Why? Because containers is nothing but, for example, you got 100 files today. The same, okay, 100 files are having four columns, the same name, the same column names: employee ID, name, salary, gender, city. Okay, these are the five columns we are having in all the files. In 100 files the data is available. You need to load that data into one table in the destination in SQL server. Okay, all the files data you need to load. We know that only one file we can load, but by using a looping, we can load those 100 files into the table one by one. So to do that, to know the workflow, to know the flow of the data, so you need to understand first the data flow task, then only you will understand the looping concept. Okay, so if you have any questions you can ask me. Yes, thank you.